Alright, Unit 1.5, practice sheet, matrices. Please attempt to work the odd numbers before you watch the video. Alright, directions. State the dimensions of each matrix. So, we're looking at rows and columns. I don't want it to be green and I want it to be bigger. Alright, it's 2 rows and 3 columns. This is 2 rows and 1 column. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 2 columns. And this is 1 row by 4 columns. Simple enough? Add, subtract the following matrices if possible. Remember, to add and subtract, they have to have the same dimensions. None of these can be added and subtracted because they don't have the same dimensions. Alright, so let's look at it. First, we have to decide if it has the same dimensions. 2 by 2 and 2 by 2. Good. We're adding them. So we literally are going to create another 2 by 2. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. 6 plus 11 is 17. 1 plus 2 is 3. 4 plus 7 is 11. You're just creating another matrix the same size. You're just combining them. This one is subtraction, so we're going to be really careful. They're both 1 by 3, so we can combine them. So we're going to end up with 1. 14 minus 2 is 12. Negative 3 minus negative 4. So it's going to be negative 3 plus 4. That's 1. 1 minus a negative 7. So 1 plus 7 is 8. You should end up with the same size, the same dimensions you started with when you're adding and subtracting. This is a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 1. No solution. They cannot be added. They are not the same dimensions. Alright, and then 3 by 3, 3 by 3, and its subtractions. We're going to have to be extra careful. But we are going to end up with a 3 by 3. Alright, so 13 minus 1 is 12. This is not big enough to be a 3 by 3. By 1, 2, 3. Okay. 6 minus 2, 0 minus negative 3. So it's going to end up being 0 plus 3. Negative 10 minus 6, negative 16. 3 minus negative 5, so it's 3 plus 5. Negative 5 minus 4. Negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9. 12 minus negative 7, so 12 plus 7, 19. 30 minus 8 is 22. And 5 minus 9 is negative 4. This is why I'm trying to explain to you that the practice sheet is for your benefit. So if you work some first, you might actually learn something from it. I'll give you all the answers. That's irrelevant. The answers aren't important. How I got the answers are important, right? Use scalar multiplication to evaluate the following matrices. So we're just going to distribute what's outside to what's inside. Negative 3 times 12 is negative 36. Negative 3 times negative 5 is 15. You should end up with the same size matrix you started with, because we're only distributing what's outside to what's inside. Right? Distribute. 8 times negative 1, 8 times 0, 8 times 2, 8 times 4. Bam. Let's take it up a notch. Let's do scalar multiplication using 2 different sometimes 3 different. All right, remember, if you're adding or subtracting, they have to have the same dimensions. So let's go ahead and figure out the dimensions. This one is a 2 by 2. This one is a 2 by 2. And this one is a 2 by 2. So we're good. We don't even have to worry about that. All right, 4a, 4, 7, 3, negative 4, negative 1. Make sure you copy it exactly. Minus 2b, 9, 6, 3, 10. Alright, so 28, 12, negative 16, negative 4, minus negative 18, negative 6, negative 12, negative 20. All right, 28 minus negative 18 is going to be 28 plus 18. So that's 38, 46. So your answer is going to be 46. Negative 16 plus 6 is going to be negative 10. 12 plus 12 is going to be 24. Negative 4 plus 20 is going to be 16. So, step by step. First, I did the scalar multiplication to get this. I kept the negative sign, right? Because it told me to right here. And then I subtracted, so I had to be careful with all my double negatives. And I got it down to here. I know, it looks insane. That's okay, one step at a time. Alright, I need to copy down my little graphs before I move it. Alright, so 3a, 7, 3, negative 4, and 1. Be careful that you can see that they're 2 different numbers. This is not 73 over negative 41. So if you can't tell, fix it. Leave space, negative 1. And then it's plus b, so plus 9, 6, 3, 10, minus c, which is 0, negative 11, 2, 8. Alright, multiplication first, order of operations. Alright, so we're going to do 21, negative 12, 9, negative 3. And then addition and subtraction left to right. So 21 plus 9 is 30. You can follow it all the way if you think you have the guts. 21 plus 9 is 30, minus 0 is 30. Do you have the guts? Or you can do it in stages. You can add these two together, take the answer, and subtract it from, you see what I'm saying? Let's do it all at once. 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 11 is 26. Negative 12 plus 3 is negative 9, minus 2 is negative 11. Negative 3 plus 10 is 7, minus 8 is negative 1. Alright, so you combined all three to get your final answer. Or you can do it in pieces. Right? With this knowledge, you should be able to do those two by yourself. Pause it. Do it. Okay, you're on pause. 2c, 0, negative 11, 2, 8, minus a, 7, 3, negative 4, negative 1. So hopefully you set it up like this. 0, negative 22, 4, 16. Your final answer is going to be 0 minus 7 is negative 7. 4 minus negative 4 is 0. Negative 22 minus 3 is negative 25. 16 minus negative 1, 16 plus 1 is 17. Hopefully you ended up in the same place I did. If you didn't, figure out where you went wrong. That's the whole point of the practice sheet. It's actually supposed to teach you something. If you're just copying from the video, you're not learning anything. If you're just copying from your neighbor, you're not learning anything. This is why you end up taking 3 mastery checks. Slow down. Learn something. B minus A. 9, 3, 6, 10. I don't like how I did that, so I'm just going to erase it. Minus A. 7, 3, negative 4, negative 1 equals 9 minus 7 is 2. 3 minus negative 4, 3 plus 4 is 7. 6 minus 3 is 3. 10 minus negative 1, 10 plus 1 is 11. Yes, no, maybe. I think that's it for matrices. It is. So take the time to do the quizzes before you do the mastery check to make sure you're ready.